this is Terry from Genki Gaming TV. Welcome back to the Yokai Watch review for Yokai Watch Y Academy, episode 6. Get cursed if you turn off the camera. Or camera o tome tada no roareru. And before we dive entirely into this, I want to apologize for not recording episode 5 last week. I chose to do the family thing and go to my grandmother's 85th birthday party. It was a lot of fun, and by going, I missed the opportunity to record it. And the channel I normally rely on to have that footage available must have had to have taken it down really quick, because by the time I got home it was gone. But as soon as I find the footage for episode 5, I will review it. Last week was all just kind of a wash in general. It was a rough week. If some of you watched my Pokemon video from last week, you would know that I was in a small car accident. I'll spare most of the details, but I'll give you a small summary. I was going to train people at a remote location for my job. Ended up being given the wrong directions by someone in town in that area. So I drove up a muddy, rocky road, ended up getting onto a muddy, rocky little mini street, and ended up getting stuck midway in the mud, like mid-tire. And it was either drive over a small little cliff or back into a tree. I chose backing into a small tree, which caused some damage to my car. It still is drivable. I just have to pay my deductible to get it fixed. So, yeah, on top of that, the training I did on Thursday didn't go as well as I had hoped. I had a lot of resistance. People not wanting to enter the digital age, you know how that goes. And then on Sunday, I found out I have jury duty next month, so yippee skippy. But let's dive into the episode review, which is what everyone really cares about. So this episode opens up with Junpei in the reformery, or in the nurse's office. And he's playing hooky. He obviously does not want to be in class, so he's faking sick. But he also wants the attention of the lovely Natsuki-san. And he fantasized about her kissing him, but he was Jinta-kun, which was hilarious. That's the smart, quick thinking of Miss Enra, not Natsuki. So after that scene, we transition to a scene of Sandayukoma, Jinpei-kun, and Mataru-kun. Everyone basically walking somewhere, but Jinpei decides that he was going to kick a can and accidentally kicked a shoe. So they run looking after his shoe. And hearing him say, I think it was Orewa Kutsu Doko desu ka? Or where is my shoe? Or shoe, where are you? It was hilarious. So Motaro gets surrounded by zombies because zombies are in the woods. Turns out a Rambo wannabe guy shows up, saves the day by blowing the wigs or the hair off of the zombies' heads. Totally not a cliche or anything. Then we cue a reference to Resident Evil, because video game references in anime are great. Looks like they have Jill Valentine or Claire reference, and then we are now introduced to a movie director, or a wannabe movie director, which is, trying to remember the name, is it George Rukasu? I think that's his name. I want to double check. Yeah. It's George Rukasu, which I think he's a reference to George Lucas. I really hope not, but that's what it feels like name wise. Which was kind of silly for level 5, but it's okay. Turns out the Rambo lookalike guy is actually Rambo. And they talk about the fact that they're making a movie. We get a small scene transition to the glorious Fubuki-san. And then we get another scene transition away for Motaro and the gang because they're going to join the movie making club. So Junpei-san throws on karate clothes and tries to kick down the door, but they all realize there's something wrong with their with their recording. Because heaven forbid there be anything good with their recording. They find someone in there that isn't a part of their crew. Tomomichi Kun, who is a ghost, or what they assume is a ghost, but is like a zombie with a mushroom going out of its belly button. And they discuss a Y Academy myth about a Kin Tomomichi. And after that little discussion, we get a Star Wars reference of Koma Yoda versus Jiba Skywalker. Then we get a transition to Motaro being the main actor for this zombie movie. Totally not going to end up being a comedy. And he's ripping the hair off the top of the zombies, but there's one zombie that he can't do that to, which is Tomomichi Kun. Also, I know a couple people are going to say, but Terry, you don't like the Wig Club for geezers, and this is basically the same thing, kind of. It's kind of the same thing. There's a little bit of similarities between this and the really bad segment from the previous show. The only thing that makes this development, or like what's going on with the movie they're recording, good is this gives us some character development for Motaro, which, to be honest, he's not really had a ton. I mean, he's had some character development, but this kind of fills in a little bit of the extra character development because you can see he's scared and hesitating even though he knows he's recording a movie. But moving on, Tomomichi Kun spreads a deadly poison, turning everyone into Tomomichi except for Koma Sandayu in Jiba Junpei. And Akomadilla shows up to help and turns Sandayu into Little Commander. Or Little Commando. Yeah, Little Commanda. Which Little Commander is like good localization, and these Y hero forms don't have to be complicated or have complex names for them to work. But he's basically Ant-Man. He turns himself little, and after they freed Motaro, the belly button mushroom Puni Puni Jiggle Jiggle, they decided that Sandayu becoming Ant-Man was a good idea, and he jumped on all of the mushrooms and saved the day, so we think, until Whisper shows up, or Haruhiko? Yeah, Haruhiko shows up and infects Tomomichi-kun with his decaying darkness. At least that's what I'm calling it, because it kind of corrupts them. And I think I'm going to agree with what a lot of people are saying. I don't really know where Whisper is standing on the whole line between good and evil. I want to lean towards agreeing with the people who says he's testing them. But I also believe that maybe he himself isn't on Leo, so he's using his dark power to turn other creatures into on the O's, which a video on that probably next week or the week after. I want to really cover that well. But there's going to be other coverage of other things as well, Yokai Watch related this month. So as we transition to a epic battle with a jumbo Tomomichi Kun, Kingo Benimaru is used, and he uses, I think, the Komadilla medal to try to turn part of his body big. He gets his head first time, and that's a major fail. And then he gets one of his feet, which that kind of feeds off of the whole kicking the shoe joke earlier about him kicking his shoe off. And he stomps on the giant's mushroom and he saves the day. We then get a little bit of a flashback of the past, and we learn how he kind of passed on to the other side, which Tomomichi Kun's passing is actually rather sad. Like, if you think about it, he just wanted to help his friend out, who is like the inspiration for George Lucas. So, yeah, if we really want to think about it on that level, it was about him and his director friend recording a movie, but unfortunately he slips on something and falls off of the building they're recording on. So Jiba, Sandayu, and Mataro take Tomomichi Kun to go see his old director buddy. They have a touching moment. They actually go to the viewing of said movie, and with the power of fantastic CGI, Tomomichi Kun is alive. But at the end of the movie, we get a cool segment of both of the friends like pounding fists together, and Tomomichi Kun fading away, and of the medals that were associated with Tomomichi Kun going to Jiba Jinpei. I don't think this episode was fantastic or like anything of the upper level of praise, but it was a very solid episode. And any episode that has Natsuki in it is a good episode in my mind, even if she's only there for like 30 seconds. Totally justified. And I like the fact that Jinta-kun was in it as a little bit of a callback to Shadow Side. I think that's a good thing, that they're able to kind of do callbacks to other series. I hope that Emi-chan is referenced as well. I don't believe Nate or Fumi or Keita-kun or Fumi-chan will be referenced in the series, but I think Emi can most definitely be someone who's referenced by a character in this series. Overall, I do like the whole theme of this episode. The idea behind a episode being based off of the development of a film. It also introduces us to the fact that there are tons of clubs at the Y Academy. It also kind of fans the fire that Whisper might be evil, for what some of us have thought. I'm trying to stay on the positive side of the fence of thinking he's just testing them, but we keep getting more and more evidence of him kind of not testing them. Like, he's purposely targeting these individuals. But I want to say that this is overall a act by the school entirely to get the best out of Jiba, Jinpei, Komasandayu, and all of their friends, just so that they're as powerful as they can possibly be. Because if you think about it otherwise, I don't think they would have gotten Tomomichi Kun's medals. I mean, they might have, but there's no defined line that really proves that within this episode. Otherwise, would they have gotten it? Because he could have fled. They could have decided to deal with other things that are going on. But most likely, they would have ended up still getting the medals for all of his forms and everything associated with him. I do have to say the episode's pacing was really good. I didn't feel bored at all while watching it. I didn't feel like anything was really off. Definitely a solid episode, not really a S tier one, but solid enough that it was fun to watch, and that the funny bits in the episode were actually kind of funny, like the whole Rambo comparison, and the fact that the guy's name is Rambo is kind of a funny situation in and of itself. Overall, the fact that the wiki has like the next 6 episodes names means that the staff behind the Yokai Watch wiki are behind the series, which means that it's gonna be a home run. And in my mind, the series is going to be very consistent and feel really good. I am hoping that this is a 60 or 80 episode series, but I know that Level 5 can make this a really short run because it's Level 5. Whenever they notice something is really good and really going well for their audience, they decide to change things up. But I'm hoping Y Academy is at least a 60 episode run, if not a little bit more than that. But all in all, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you always for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope your week is full of blessings and positivity. And I'm out for now. You guys will notice some fun Yokai Watch themed videos next week. See ya.